yet here we are again. I'm missing pieces off my lathe. I was making, what was I doing? Oh, I was drilling out some stuff. Let me put my lathe back together here. I kept banging my head into that thing today. I'm like, my goodness. Okay. Let me get the other piece on here. All right, there's that part there. Oh, that looks better. That looks like a more complete picture. Okay. Oh, we're a minute early, but who's counting, right? Let's see. We got Larry in the house. Larry, hope you're doing well today. Got Joe in the house. Cindy, I just sent you a email about the little pen that I was supposed to trim down for you. I want to make sure I got that idea right. Hello, Denise. Welcome in. Hope the gun shop's going okay down there in the wonderful sunny world of Florida. And we got Donnie King in here. Hello, Donnie. Hey, Larry. Oh, I'm back for a while at least. We're good. Been fighting sciatic nerve problem. That is no fun. Glad you had a good day. Yeah, you can sit here for a little bit. We welcome you in. And we got Larry and Cindy and Will. How you doing, Will? Hope all is well. So I finished up the neon tray, and I'm not sure which I'm more blown away by. The one I did for Cindy or the one that I just completed for the neon one. I forget whose it is. Carrie would have to tell me. But I'm going to flip back over to the table here, the workbench where I make the trays. It's actually my leather working table, but right now I'm using the big flat area here as the place to make these trays. So here's a review of her tray. Again, I can't trim it up till it gets a little harder, so it'll have to sit here. It's just a tiny bit flexible, but it'll have to sit here for, probably another 3 or 4 days. And then I'll trim up that lower edge, throw some feet on it, and Carrie will put it back in the mail to her. But you can see the sides, got a little bit of transparency there with drills floating on the top and different measures on each side. Looks very cool. A little cream on the bottom, which really came out neat. I'll sand these off here. Again, I got to wait till it's done because even if I start sanding, even though it feels hard, it's still a little bit resiny, gummy, if you will. So we'll let it do its thing and get well. We'll put that over there. Let me, oh, that's the wrong one. Got to figure out what door we're in here. All right. Oh, my goodness. This thing blows me okay again. So as we layered it in there, we put the yellow on the bottom, the fluorescent yellow. Again, it's brandy new, so it's pretty gummy. More flexible than Cindy's. But we got the different layers, got the green, which went on first, then the orange, then this blue with the glitter in it, then the pink, and then the neon yellow. And this is what it looked like. That is, man, makes me feel like I'm back in the 60s in grade school or 70s or something. Green, orange, pink, blue with the glitter in it. Absolutely gorgeous. It is too cool. I wonder if the colors will show up better on the other side. Maybe it's a better color rendering. But man, did that come out cool. Whoo, love it. When I pulled that thing out of the mold this afternoon, I thought to myself, wow. Hey, Stacy Hardy. Hope you're doing well. We're just reviewing the mold or the tray that I just finished here. Let's see. Let me go to the megapixel camera here and see if the colors look better there. I'll just leave that sit right on there. I'll use this thing to hold it up. Here we go. I'll get rid of that guy there. Come on over here, hit home. I'll go to my live. There it is. Let's see how, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me get rid of that light thing there. Yeah, this one here is a neon one. Carrie would have to tell me who we made it for again. One of our LEAP members. She chose all neon. Stacy, yours are next. Carrie's got the Emma Casey colors picked out, and it's going to be pretty wild. I got some really cool idea designs because I think she's going to try to do that peacock thing or something, and that's going to look really wild. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Love the colors in that thing. It does look like it's representing pretty well there. See it bigger down there. Oh, lost my internet over there. Wonder if that's just my pad or all the internet's gone. No, it's all still here. All right, I will put this tray away. We'll leave it under wraps. And then we'll look at Cindy's tray up close for those who may have missed it last night when we unveiled it. Cindy's happy with it. That makes me happy. And then, of course, we got this one here. Yep, Carrie is picking those colors for you and the design. So now I get to be a little artistic. This is made of the drills that Cindy sent in, and she grouped those into different color pouches, I guess you call them, Ziploc bags, and came out pretty cool. It's got a cream bottom on it, as you can see there, but the sides look pretty cool. So these are becoming more and more fun for me now that I'm gathering the courage to think outside the box and do things a little bit differently than you see done elsewhere. So it's a lot of fun. Lots of fun. Okay, I have been in the shop. I took Kevin to work at 3:50 a.m. We left here and got him to work by 4. And he made all the donuts and the breakfast pizzas and the breakfast sandwiches this morning for the Casey's he works at. So that was pretty cool. Casey's, by the way, I didn't know this, is the 3rd largest convenience store chain in the country. 2,500 stores. 7-Eleven and Circle K are the only 2 that are bigger than that one. Tim caught your other channel today, but you guys were just signing off. Nice, Larry. You can watch the replay. It was a good show, fun show, cover a lot of stuff. It was pretty exciting. Very much mental health oriented. If you guys need help with that, we have a method that is pretty effective and higher percentage rate of success than many other programs out there, which is pretty exciting. All right, this is a blank here. It looks pretty cool. It's DPP blank. Got some blue glitter floating through it. Got some black, white. There's a little bit of cream in there, or ghost gold it may be. So that'll be pretty cool. Glad you subbed, Larry. Glad you subbed. You'll enjoy them. Check out all of them. That was our number 100 show. We've been doing this, I guess, 2 years now. And I would say most Saturdays, it's not every Saturday, but it's most Saturdays at 11:30 Central. And just a couple of guys on there talking about what we do. So it's a lot of fun and how people can benefit, which is a lot of cool stuff. Let's see. We're going to turn this little swirly pattern here. Got to make it round first. So let's go for the rounding. And let's turn this bad boy on. Blowers on. Lathe is going 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know how fast that is. Hey, Larry, if the RPM is 3,450, how fast is that in miles per hour? I don't even know how to compute that. Let's see. It would be, let's see. How's the weather for everyone? 101 here. Stacy's in California. That's pretty toasty. Right now it was 77 degrees here and very dry out. It was beautiful. I would be, I'm guessing, 300 miles an hour. That'd be good. That C.W. McCall Wolf Creek Pass. Oh, the thing I was whistling? I usually whistle absent-mindedly the last tune I heard, and that was Come Together by the Beatles, sung by some lady who won the Voice over in Norway. I don't know what Wolf Creek Pass is. I'll have to tune it up. I like C.W. McCall. Okay, let's slow this bad boy down. Still got the blower on. Joe, what was for dinner tonight? That is the question always. Okay, this is 5 1/4 long, 0.54 rounded, artist choice. Okay, here we go. Oh, of course, song from the 70s. That's when he was out. Oh, I'm ready, Joe. Ready to drool. I know it was good. I'll be looking up in a second to see what for dinner. All right, we got the end started off nicely here. Nice and rounded on the end. Now we got to come in here. What are we doing again? We're doing point 0.54. Woo. All right, let's see where we're at here. We're probably getting pretty close. And we are there on the money, man. I'm getting good at guessing. Woo. Let me round this up a little bit over here to reduce that end there a little bit. Okay, Joe has put dinner down there. Smoked Wagyu filet mignon. Ooh, hope you wrap some bacon around that, baby. That would be delicious. Wagyu is wonderful because it's so tender. And a loaded baked potato. Steamed snow crabs as well with lemon butter. Stop it now. Julien's pretzel bread with sea salt and butter. Dang. That is delicious. Haven't had my crab and tater yet. I'm not sure where I'd stop on that one, but I certainly would do the filet and the snow crabs. I'd probably put some of that lemon butter on that filet as well because not a lot of fat in a filet. So you really need some flavor in there, and lemon and bacon would be awesome. Sort of a weird combo, but I've had it once, believe me. My first time smoking a Wagyu anything. Amazing enough, it was less expensive than a normal cut. Wow, was it a skirt steak? If you get a Wagyu skirt steak, sometimes they're pretty cheap. When Carrie and I go out to this super expensive steak joint once every couple of years in Oklahoma City here, she always gets the Wagyu flank steak or skirt steak, I think it is. She loves that thing. Perfect size, perfect flavor. She gets a little extra sauce with it to give her all the flavor she needs. I'd imagine that was Texas Wagyu as well because they got all those Japanese cows over here and they're doing them up now. I think a lot of our Wagyu comes from Texas now. Point 0.58, still a little fat in here. Let's see how we're doing here. We're getting down to about a 0.55, almost. Whose order? It is that one there, yeah. Pretty cool blank, too. All right, we should be about right on the money there. On the money, 0.54 and a half. You know what's funny is every time I do one of these blanks with the rounded ends before I do whatever's going to be in the middle, it always reminds me of a part of the jack from the jack and balls we used to play with as a kid. It needs the other pointy things out the side, and I guess two more of those out the other way. But you know what it is, that little six-prong kind of deal you used to throw and pick up jacks with the ball. That's what it reminds me of because of these balls on the end. That is no doubt, Stacy. You did wrap bacon around it. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Yep, it was Wagyu filet mignon. Yeah, skirt steak could be different for sure. Not sure why that Wagyu filet would be cheaper, but way to go. I was watching a guy who has a firewood business in Texas. Chief Firewood, Chief Firewood. Don't know where he's at, but he uses this lone oak as the wood to supply these barbecue joints. Never heard of lone oak before, but he says it is the ultimate for smoking the beef. And by the way, that the best steakhouse or best barbecue house in Texas is down near where we're going to be for that Lone Star, Joe. So I know I am going over with Carrie to that barbecue. It's in Seguin, Seguin. They just got the award. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. Let's find the middle of this bad boy. Keep banging my head on that camera. I think I got to raise it. Let's see, 5 1/4. There's about the middle right there. Either have to raise it or move it inward and point it straight down. Make sure my light's not in the way, kind of deal. It's still aimed pretty good. All right, let's see. What are we going to do here? Let's get some inspiration here. Got sort of clear and glittery on this side and a little bit of overcast on this side. Now, if it were a Cindy or a Carrie pen, I would go for that handlebar, or excuse me, mustache, because they like nothing in the middle where the hand rests, the crotch of the hand. So I think this would make a killer flying tire. So let's go in that direction there. Anybody heard of Brad Paisley? I was watching a Rick Beato episode today. He had Brad Paisley on his channel, interviewing him in his Nashville home. And it was a very cool interview because it was laid back. It wasn't a big Hollywood production. It was just two guys talking about guitars and sounds and music and all that kind of stuff. Good episode. But Brad Paisley grew up in the town next to where I grew up in Glendale, West Virginia. He was just a baby when I was there. He was born in 72, so he was 7 years old when I flew the coop. Didn't know him, didn't know of him. And by the time he was on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry in Wheeling at the Capitol Music Hall, I was long gone and having kids. Carrie and I have been married for, 2 years at that point. So I don't know him, nothing like that, but he is quite the guitar, amazing player. But it was fun just to watch him sit around shooting the breeze. All right, I'm going to get a little more wing on this one here, which means I'm going to shallow this out a little bit right here. Extend it out. Make it look like it's flying the coop. And I think I'm going to dimple this tire right here. Yeah, that's going to look cool. All right, here we go. Makes it look so classy when I do that. All right, that is perfect right there. Blower off. My mic still working? Yeah, it's still working. Good, good, good. Been in the shop since 5 a.m. Like I said, I took Kevin to work. Got him there by 4:05 or so, and we were just sitting in the car waiting for his boss to open the door. And I drove over to Whataburger, and they were having a rush. We do have a 24-hour Whataburger here in town, not far from our house. By the time I got home, it's about 4:30, and ended up here in the shop and ate my little breakfast sandwich, and got to work for the day and turned a bunch of pens, put up a couple of premieres, prepped a bunch of other stuff for tomorrow, made some trays, just having good old fun. Very productive day. No kidney stones, nobody visiting, just production. Just me playing in the shop. Carrie got up about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Wandered into the shop, said hey to me, and then wandered around, got her stuff for the morning. Yeah, Joe, I was drooling. Stacy wants to know when the next dinner is and where we have to show up, what time. You know, I'll help carry firewood. I'll do the dishes. Anybody get anything off that big Diamond Art Club 7-year extravaganza going on? Heard there was a big percentage off, and that's always a good thing. All right, that's feeling pretty good right there. Mm. I did take Carrie out this afternoon for some Andes. Oh, yum, yum. Blackberry season at Andes, by the way. Blackberries. Oh, my goodness, as big as your thumb. I hope that's what you get in your area. Carrie is really stuck on that new one they got called the Lemon Bar. And that's pretty tasty, too. Got 3 and wish listed a bunch. Nice. Got your Billy the Cat. Nice, Cindy. That was pretty one bad looking cat, I'll tell you. Somebody had some good imagination on that one. It almost seems like one of those kind of things you'd see in the saloon somewhere on the wall. Ooh, that's smooth. That's like bowling ball smooth. That feels so good. Nice, Donnie. Yeah, that will be a cool kit. It will be a cool one when you're done. The good rendering, I thought. Sometimes I look at the rendering and go, I'm not sure, but that Billy the Cat looked pretty cool. And again, I am no professional diamond painter. I make more pens than I do diamond painting. I'll do it on one of Carrie's whipping chats, or I'll do it on a cruise ship. You know, Cindy, I did clean up the shop just a little bit, and got some drills into Kevin. Kevin is now separating them into piles of sort of general colors. And then Carrie's going to pick out some colors for me to make a couple trays we're going to take up to GLE. You have Captain Jack. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Is that like the Pirates of the Caribbean kind of Captain Jack? $14 Donnie stash. Oh, no, good. Yep. Got to buy more. Your stash will be at 100 and you'll still be only having 12 done. That stash can grow a lot faster than you can complete them, I'm sure. Just like Carrie's did and Cindy's did and Stacy's did and Joe's did and all that kind of good stuff. But hey, we have a pandemic again or some kind of silly thing like that. You'll last just fine because you'll have plenty to do. All right. A little bit of glitter showing through there, but looking good now. Let's get some moo juice here. All right, Larry, it's not really moo juice. It's just, sort of white. There's Carrie. Jack Sparrow. Yeah, that's cool. Ship's wheel and mast behind him. Very nice. Oh, no. She's going to make it for me. Hallelujah. That'll look good on my wall. This is pretty pen. Love the colors. Very subtle. Good swirl in it. Man, that's cool. I hear myself coming out of my headphones from my pad. Now that I disconnected the sound, I got to start the video again. Okay, that's good. Let me get the bushings out of this one here. We'll put this in here. Get that finished up tomorrow morning when I'm back in the shop. I won't be here as quite early tomorrow morning as I was today because Kevin doesn't work tomorrow. But I will be in here. All right, let's see who's up next. Melissa Lauer. She has 2 round ones in here. All right. And these need to be 5 1/4 long, and these are definitely 6 inches. And I'm going to get rid of the heavy glitter end. Here's my pen. There's that one there. Let's see. Yep, let's get rid of that end there because that end's cooler looking. All right. Going over to the bandsaw. Be right back. Let me get rid of this ugly diaper here. Looks like I killed a tree on it. There's so much green. Sort of did. I did a wooden blank in the last live or the last premiere. And it was stained green. All right, that one's off. And that one's off. All right. Now I'll go to the drill press and I'll drill a couple of holes. So I was watching one of those stupid police videos and happened to be in Oklahoma here. And I thought, oh, let me watch this. Oklahoma City PD dealing with some drunken local attorney. And I watched it. And I thought to myself, wow, that girl and her girlfriend are a little out of control. Felt a little bad for them because I'd imagine they would regret this video next morning or when they get to see it. Probably took a month to get on YouTube. All right, this is going to be a cool one here. It's a Bill Durr blanket, looks like. Carrie can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is signature Bill. All things handcrafted. Let's see. Carrie says, hi, Stacy, Cindy, Joe. Wow, awesome pen. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's very nice. Donnie turned himself a pen out of. I snuck away, so inhale something to eat. She's back. Donnie, I don't know what you turned yourself a pen out of. A slash? How did it look? Oh, Thuya Burl. That'll be beautiful. Oh, Donnie, you can't go wrong, man. Thuya Burl is gorgeous. That's from Indonesia, isn't it? Jakarta, Java, that kind of thing down there. That's okay. Spell Chuck. Yeah, me too. Yeah, believe me, my standards aren't that high yet. What you got? Yeah, I'm not going. Kevin's showing me tickets in the nosebleed heaven of the NBA championship game, which starts next Thursday, where the Oklahoma City Thunder is going to play. And they're only $800 each. And that's before you add all the extra fees on top.
No, this site is no fees. It's
no fees on that site.
Sales tax. That's okay.
All right, just sales tax, he says. So still $800 for a game. I'll just sit right here. And watch it. Yeah, this is a gorgeous blank. It's a all things handcrafted. Looks fabulous. Let's see. This is rounded again. 0.46. Ooh, that's below the Joe Pen range. Rounded 0.46. That is small. Let's see. Getting teal with O-rings. Oh, those are the O-rings in there. O-ring glitter. O-ring glitter. That's what that is. But anyway, that poor lady, and she's a family law attorney and has children and is not behaving well. And I would imagine she's probably a pretty good person, but she's going to regret that sucker in the morning. So I sent her an email, see if she needs some help. She may not respond. Maybe not. Okay, now we're going to dig to China for this 0.46 here. .46 is way down there. It's so close to China, we may have to charge a tariff to get down here. Bad joke, politically speaking. Yep, Stacy Hardy's down there at 0.462. Oh, Morocco. Okay. Yeah, it's always the root. That's gorgeous stuff. I see some guys down in Indonesia selling some of that, Donnie. And some of those wood turning groups or burls and all that kind of stuff turning groups. That's right. Stacy is down in that 0.46 world. Which should be pretty comfortable with most people because that's about pencil size. Bet you pencil is probably a little smaller than that one. Now let's see how we're doing here. Kid Stacy. But it was funny. I mean, I got Chinese friends literally living in Shanghai right now. And they're good, hardworking programmers and sales guys and all that kind of stuff. And they'll survive because Xi Jinping says that Chinese people can eat grass for 6 months and still survive. And I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty scary. But it's probably this is the scary part. Starting the round ones is getting this corner rounded off. Sometimes it just loves to grab my knife, so I'm very gentle. Till I get it real rounded, then it's not so bad. up, Kev? Yeah. Kevin wants to go to the $6,300 seats.
Which is like right behind the bench.
That's where we need to be, Kev, right behind the bench. Go ahead and get 2 of those. See if Mom wants to go. Get 3. I'll be doing pens for 20 years, pay for those tickets. She's going to get a chain and chain me to the bench. Absolutely, Donnie. How does it fit your hand? You turn it nice size, feels good, no cramping. Remember, I'm still getting better every day, man. Every day I'm learning something.
Total price for the 2 tickets are
Yeah, what's the total price, Kev?
$13,699.
Oh, Mom doesn't want to go?
These 6,300 is only for 2 tickets.
We'll get a third because Mom wants to go. Tell me what that is. Kev said it's only $13,000 to go to the game. Right behind the bench. I can't believe that's still for sale.
The tickets right behind the bench for $26.40. $8,600.
Yeah, Cindy, it's definitely your size. Too long, though. You definitely want a smaller one. It's a bit small. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Carrie has learned that she was down in that 0.46 range a year ago, and she's graduated probably up around a 0.61 kind of deal. All right, here we go. We're down about a 0.55 there, 0.52 there. We still got to go smaller. Woo. Get the drill back out. Here we go. I always have to recalibrate my eyeballs to remember how small 0.46 is. It's way down there. Just take a molecule off at a time here. Let's see, we're down about a 0.5 there, about a 0.5 there. So we got 0.04 of an inch to go. That should be about 7.5 molecules thick. Yeah, I'm really liking making the trays now. Everybody's giving me an opportunity to make more of them and sort of get creative and see if I can't come up with some interesting designs. And I really love that fluorescent one. And I really love the, not fluorescent, neon. Yeah, I really love the Cindy grill one, so need to try a couple of more things on that. I don't want to make it exactly like Cindy's because those were her colors. And I'm sure she'd be like, oh, go ahead, no big deal. But yeah, I want Cindy to have her own deal. There we go. 0.46 on that one. 0.48 on that one. Very close. We'll start playing with the middle. All right, we're right there on that bad boy there. These nice little bumps down here are good to bump against. Let's take a little off the middle here. Because I got a swirly in the middle of this one. It might be one of those offset mustaches because it'll look so cool. Had to turn that up to 300 miles an hour. Thanks for the calculation, Larry. Appreciate it. Anyway, so this attorney and her real estate friend, Jen, they get pulled over, and of course they're drunk and disorderly, not driving, just walking around town, screaming and yelling at 11:30 at night. Look at that little feeler going up in there. That's too cool. That is going to really shine like the Dickens on that sucker. I think we may have to offset that mustache right there, trim that down a hair, and see what we end up with. That's going to look awesome. Let's see, I'm going to slow that down a little bit. Let's see. Stay says, well, if I played the California Lottery today and won 21 million, I'd buy you those sticks, but I forgot to buy it. You know, I don't know what the chance of winning the lottery in California is, but that Powerball and Mega Millions, I think those both hover around 1 in 297 million chance. And I know that's still a chance, but let me tell you, in the statistical world, that's not much of a chance. All right, so that looks good. They were right on the edge of that one. So we're gonna take this one right into here, I think. Let me make a mark on there. Because we got this glob coming out of the middle here. And it's got some really cool fingers up into this area. So if we put it right into here, we're going to get a pretty cool little explosion up and out of there. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? This is Melissa L's pens. Yes, that's right. Yep. You know, the 3/4 pen blank, that's 0.75. You get yourself a good 0.62.
Inside that service fees, I found tickets for $18,000.
18,000. That's all. Stacy's going to buy them for us. Just go ahead and commit. Ask her for her card. She's going to win, I'm sure. She'll buy the ticket next week. Kevin's laughing at me. Thinks I'm an idiot. He may be right.
$15,332 for
Jeez.
tickets. Then it was $3,100 each for service.
You know, when it comes to comfortably throwing away money, I'm in the $250 a seat ticket range.
I just rather that kind of money. I'd rather spend.
Yeah, we'll get some Raising Cane's delivered and just enjoy it at home, right, Kev? Or pizza. Found a really good New York pizza place in town. All right, this is going to look awesome. Luckily, Melissa Lauer is a repeat customer, so she'd be really good with my oddball turn. If you look at this, you're like, couldn't he find the middle? I mean, what's wrong with this guy? Was he drunk? Oh, Cassandra's in the last section of her painting. Less than an hour, you'll finish this canvas just in time. It might be the Powerball I'm thinking of. Could be, yeah, that's usually when it resets. But man, I'm telling you, could you imagine? Blow her off, diaper in place. Yeah, when I think of one of these professional games, and I've been to a number of them, not billions, but a few, and the best seats we ever had, I think Kevin went with me. We were in the right behind the jazz bench. Back when they really weren't so good. This was after the years they were really awesome. Stockton and Malone were gone. They had the new guys on the street kind of thing, and I got some free tickets from a company that was buying my business because I would use them to supply people in my call center. I think it was Manpower. They'd give me tickets to the Jazz games because they had some season tickets there. But for, you know, for $15,000, the view's not that great no matter where you sit. I'd just soon be at home, enjoying my own couch, getting the announcers to tell me what's going on so I don't miss anything good and all that good stuff. Hello, Melissa L. There she is. Where do you see your pen? I think it was going to be really smoke your eyeballs on this one. Going to have a lot of movement in it. I put the offset mustache on this, and I'll show you why in a minute. There's some cool movement on the inside of this Bill Durr guy right here. I'll tell you, if I won a big Powerball, you know, like maybe the 500 million one, and you end up with 300 million to take home, or however that works, cash money kind of deal. Don't wait for years. I would just go buy Diamond Art Club. I'd make them an offer, buy it up, start treating everybody well, manufacturing more. And I'd have Joe run it for me. I know she's retired, but I could bring her out of retirement. Feeling good. Summer with the Bast. Yeah. Can you believe June's here already? My goodness. Oh yeah, The Great Escape. That's Crafting and Crime Daily's event that we're co-hosting with Leopard Leatherworks. And let's just say that's Carrie and Rebecca. Very little to do with Tim. All right, let's get some polish on this bad boy. Melissa, this will be pen number 1 for the night for you. Ooh, that's getting shiny already. Love it. This is the green stuff with, I guess you call this green, mint green stuff with the O-ring glitter. By the way, Carrie got some really good blood splatter glitter in today, Joe. Wait till you see the tray I make for the event in GLE. There's a little piece of glitter sticking up right there. I can feel it. Ouch. Keep banging into that camera with my head. Ah, here we go. There it is. So this is the feeler. This is going to be pretty cool. All right, let me undo this here. Forgot what the heck I was doing here. So this has got some feelers from the bottom. And then we got these things that are trailing up the back side of this curve right there. It's pretty cool. I love Bill Durblanks when he does that swirly, traily thing. And lots of O's. Looks. I'm going to call that SpaghettiOs. Yeah, it's going to be some knives and blood spots and all kind of fun stuff in that sucker. Now this one here almost looks like an award because it's got like this big, thick glitter base in here. And then he poured this stuff on top. He must do a timed pour. Like he'll start this one 5 minutes before he starts the ones he uses up top. So when he pours it into here, it's getting thick before this goes in, yet still adheres well because they're still both wet. So that must be pretty cool. He's got this sort of white cloud thing here wrapped around, going around there. And it's sort of clear down in there, more glitter kind of deal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this could definitely be a Christmas ornament, Joe. For sure. I'm going to clean up this rough edge here. All right, there we go. That edge is nice and clean down there. Blower on. Man, I drilled these right in the middle. No wobble at all. Very nice. I like it. Okay, here we go again. We're going to get rounded edges, 0.46. And I guess this is the teal with O-ring glitter top and gold glitter on the bottom. All right, here we go. Let's get some roundness going here. I don't know why tie a yellow ribbon popped into my head. Boy, that is smooth. All right, we are getting down in that 0.46 range, right about there. Let's see where we're at. Am I close? 0.51. I'm nowhere near it. Let's see. Hey, Joe. Hey, Bella the Beast. How you doing? The O-ring confetti with the blue swirl reminded me of bubbles. Yes, absolutely. I think that's the intent. Absolutely. Let's see. Cassandra, no new start on the Great Escape. But join us for fun and get a Christmas piece done. There you go. Let's see. Hey, Bella, Bella the Beast. Poet and don't know it. Carrie. Where did she rhyme? Oh, but join us just for fun and get a Christmas piece done. That's awesome. I'm doing very well, Bella. Doing very well. Okay, so I was nowhere near 4.6. Okay, I'm close than I thought. But all right, here we go on this end now. Come in here super gently, get rid of the rough edges there. Barely touching this thing, just letting the knife do all the work on the end. I do love carving through this gold, through this small glitter, because it feels like I'm going through a snowball. It's got sort of a funny feel to it. It's pretty cool. Don't know how to describe it, but if you could turn a snowball, I think that's what it would feel like. All right, let's get in here and start digging to China again. So, Stacy, how goes the California world out there? Everybody moving out like the news says? Let me tell you, if everybody moved out, that would make the real estate go down. I'd move in. But right now, I'd have to win the Powerball to live in California. Or get a place a long time ago. And I really like California. I just don't like the gas prices. I don't like the real estate prices. But I like everything else. Oh, they were saying that for a while. Everybody's leaving California. I think the population in California went down 200,000 people. And 200,000 people out of 40 million, that's not everybody. It's a few, but it ain't everybody. You know the news. They're always telling the truth on the news. See you around, Stacy. Oh, 77. That'd be awesome. That's when it was like really good. Have a good evening. Probably going to go hang out with her mom, have some fun for Saturday evening. Oh, dinner time out there with Stacy. Good deal. Does this not look like a root beer float or ice cream mixed that's going to hit this? That's pretty interesting look. Can't wait to shine that up, see if it looks like really cool. That will look cool. All right, let's see what this is going to look good with. Man, you got that cool swirl coming up out of there like a tornadic cloud. Now that we've carved a little bit of this away, we're starting to see the cutaway swirl of that right there. Dang, that looks pretty cool. So it looks like is that a turtle in there? A turtle. So I don't want to screw with that because I don't see many. There was half a turtle there. There's a turtle there. There's only a few turtles, so I got to leave that turtle alone. I think that's a turtle. Or sand with the water coming. Oh, there you go. That's what I was thinking of. I couldn't put that in there, but yeah, you're right. The beach. It's the beach. Now we got to leave that turtle alone, though. This might be, let me see where the middle is. This might be a single pane window. I keep getting ahead on that camera. I got to move that sucker tomorrow. 5 1/4. There's my center. Now let's see where that is. It's right over top of that turtle. We can't miss that turtle. Got to have the turtle there. So if I come out to, let's come out to 3/4. See how that looks. All right, so it's a beachy plank. There you go, Melissa. Perfect, right? I think when I cut into here, it's going to smooth this out and smooth that out. So that'll look like maybe a wave action coming up on the beach. And then this will just be the wave further out. And this will be a nice dome that will highlight that turtle right there. Didn't even see him till we started smoothing that out a little bit. Okay, here we go. Everybody hold your fingers now. Cross your toes. Put your tongue in your cheek. Get ready. I was thinking award when I saw all the gold sand, but that really looks like beach sand. So good job, Bill Durr. Bill has only gotten better over the 2 years I've known him. No idea how long he's been around, but he does a great job. Now remember, when I say visualize this stuff, you probably got to put your tongue in one cheek and stand on a foot, look sideways and close one eyeball, and you'll see it really well. Can't miss it after that. And if you can do that, you can drive home safely too. If you get pulled over, tell the officer you already took a field sobriety test. Joe, if this is a beachy pen, where's the son of a beachy pen? Is that just a shorter pen? I want to make this a little thinner, but I want to guard the turtle. Oh, he's way below the water. Very nice. This will look like the water got rushed out to sea. He just got done laying his eggs, or she, not he. She got done laying her eggs, and she had to go back to sea to survive. Look at that. All that story in one pen. Quite the pen, Bill. Quite the pen. All right, let's do a measurement here. See how we're doing. Right at, oh, we got to go a little thinner. 0.4, 0.50 there. 0.50 there. Okay. Time to trim it down a little bit. Need to get a roll about 7.5 molecules here. Make us a nice finger ramp. Oh, exciting. .49. Such a chicken. .47. That'll sand down from there beautifully. This one here is still 0.5. Take that down for a perfect fit. I wonder if we put real sand in here. Just kidding. Oh, that would be cool, huh? Take some real sand, mix it with gold glitter. Bella wants that pen now. 0.50. Man, I swear I took 7 molecules off of there. Nothing happened. Let's check again. Sometimes that tide goes out and changes everything. Yeah, 0.48. Got a couple of more to go, but we're going to spend more time sanding this end because I really want to get that sharp. And if you'll notice on this end here, it looks a little whiter than it's going to finish. And that's because of some of the glitter falls out of the hole that it's in, because again, glitter is plastic, and plastic and resin don't really stick together. So you'll lose a little bit on that. That's why we stop short of it. We want to sand it all down nice and smooth. Let me get the diaper prepared here. There we go. All right, here we go. Turn it on. Get a nice speed. This could look really cool when we're done. It's more than a want, it's a need where she lives. Yeah. Go see Bill Dirt, All Things Handcrafted on Facebook. He will hook you up. Say, go look at Tim's live on Saturday night at whatever time it is. What do we, I can't tell how far we're in, but everybody share, like, and subscribe, and we'll get Bill over here to give out pens. $7:21. So what? We're an hour and 20 minutes into it. Just tell Bill, hour and 20 minutes, Bill. I need that blank. Central time. Yeah. We'll make it exactly like this one if you want, unless you want baseball bat ends or something. Say, turn it just like Melissa's. Just remind me where we turned it, and we can usually do that. Oh, it's feeling good. Feeling good in the middle here. The sandy part still feels a little sandy, but we'll have to do that extra. I can feel the glitter grabbing on this one. Feels great spinning though. So yeah, it's all good there. Nice. Okay. On to the next piece right here. I'm going to spend a little more time on that one because I want to wear down some of the resin to bring that glitter out, because I think that was Bill's intention. Well, Bill, he's been doing this for a while, you could tell, because this is pretty cool. I didn't even think of that when I was thinking of different things, but yeah, it definitely is a beachy blank. Ooh, that's feeling smooth. Oh man, I love it. Hey, Bill Durr's got an email address. Oh, there you go. Instagram. Or Kerry might have his email address, and you could email him there too. Yeah, that turtle was pretty random. I think it's going to look pretty cool when we're done there. There wasn't a lot of turtles in there, but that one ended up at just the perfect spot. And it told me how to turn this blank. It's like, no, you got to get that turtle highlighted because he's fighting the waves, or she's fighting the waves. Joe's funny. She probably checked it this time. We won't even mention that other link. We don't want to give them people any more business. All right, we are feeling really good about that beach there. That feels nice. All right, here we go. Let's finish the rest of this baby up. Then we'll graduate to the next level. Yeah, and Bella, have them send you a picture of a bunch and say, can you turn it around? I want a turtle right in the middle. Because that turtle was right in the middle. Oh, I was not going to mention what that was, Joe. You don't need to be embarrassed. We've already done it. And I bet you there's been a few that tried to visit her site and made that same mistake. No big deal. It was more funny than harmful on that one. That was cute. Mainly because you didn't mean it. That's the best part. Is like, oh my goodness, no way would Joe have done that. Ooh, that's feeling good. Ooh, that's feeling smooth. Smooth water ahead, folks. Smooth water. Yeah, it's painful now, Joe, but in 6 months we'll be laughing our butts off, right? It'll just be our little secret. We won't tell anybody what we're laughing about. We'll just be laughing. Ah, so smooth. Very nice. So I guess the O-ring or the circular glitter in here would be the caps on the ocean or the bubbles in the water as the surf goes out or in. This is going to be pretty cool. I didn't even think beach when I started. Oh, heck yeah. There's that turtle buried in the swirl. Oh, there's a couple of more turtles too. Look at that. Didn't even see these guys down here. We're going to be looking at this one in the microscope, the leopard scope. That, Bill, great freaking job. My goodness. That really looks like surf and bubble and foam. And man, that is too. I wonder what all that darkness is. It's all the glitter. All the glitter stuck in there. Nice boundary. And there's two turtles in there, but there's the whole turtle right there. He's trying to swim away out of the surface or out of the surf. Okay, let's go over to the leopard scope. Do 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 do. Let's see. Leopard scope. There it is. A little bit of sand or sand wash in the water. So here's what the sand looks like. And quite frankly, it really looks like sand. And there's a couple of turtles right in there stuck. They're still caught in the wave action. But this turtle here, he's swimming away. And I'm telling you, this looks 10 times better in person. There's a turtle up there too. Look, he made it away. Oh, Bill, you're a genius, buddy. That is awesome. Great job. Oh my goodness. This guy, he'd been doing it for a while, you could tell. And there's the only turtle we tried to save, but we saved many more. And of course, there's some loose sand in the water there too. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Swirling around. Pretty neat, Bill. Pretty neat. Nice pick of blanks, Melissa. And I have never done one like this before with the sand. That's pretty neat. All right, we'll get them all finished up tomorrow morning, and Carrie will get them out the door. Okay. Who's next? Let's see. KJ. Man, she has a lot of blanks with us. Ah, very cool. Okay, let's go here. Let's see how we're supposed to cut these, if at all. 6-inch as is, so no cutting, but that one's 5 1/8. That one's almost 5 1/2, and that one's almost 5 1/2, 5 3/8. Okay. So as is, no cut, rounded fat bat and a rounded 0.66. That's a much larger one. So let's get some holes drilled here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. He did great. Thanks for saving the turtles. Want to get a sign, stand by the road, save the turtles. Gorgeous pen. That is absolutely true, Bella the Beast. Bill did a great job. That's algae or mossy, if I had to guess. Yeah, that could be, right? All that dark green there where all that glitter settles as it doesn't float in the air. Let me get the camera back where we need to be. We'll get rid of the diaper because it's just ugly. All right, let me drill some holes over here. All right, 6 holes drilled. Back over to the workbench. Put some bushings in. If you hear me pounding it, I insert the bush, then I drop the blank on top of the bushing on the table, and it shoves it right into the bottom, which is not very deep. All right, we got a couple of rounders here first. We've seen very similar blanks to this one. This one's already got a pretty cool pattern of flow right there. Not sure that'll retain, but this has got some pretty cool flow on the back that makes that do that. So pretty neat. My fan has stopped. That means I've been here over 12 hours in the shop. When did I get here? 5 this morning. Oh, I've only been in the shop 14 and a half hours. Been a great day. And believe me, This is not slavery. I love playing in the shop. Super SAR. I second that. Love both my pens. Oh, who is Super SAR? Never seen that name before. I'm not smart enough to figure out all the initials. Oh, there's Super SAR up top. It looks great. Nice. Got a cool lurker in there, Super SAR. Well, I'm glad you love your pens. I'm glad. Okay, let's get rolling here. Super hypersonic speed. Blower on. Hey, Don, how you doing? Let's see. Joanne. Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at here? Me too. Did we get a Melissa? Melissa. There's Superstar. That's my username. I'm Joanna. Which Joanna? I have a lot of Joanna customers, believe it or not. Is it Joanna, Rebecca's friend? Dawn says, hey, hello, Joanne. Hello, Joanne. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Joe. Hello. Hi, Tim. We are doing great. Where have I been? I've been right here every weekend, pounding out the pens. Actually, 2 weekends ago, I wasn't here because I had kidney stones. But other than that, I've been in and out all week long, having some fun. Check out the beginning of the live. I unveiled 2 of those 7x10 trays. They came out incredible. How's John doing? Hope he's doing well. Hope Florida's treating you guys well. All right, let me slow this beast down a little bit here. All right, let's scooch it in. Okay, this one here. Let's see. This is, I can never, let's see, this must be the, let's see, this one is purple and purple, green, silver glitter. This has got the fat bat, 0.66. All right. Oh, I'm glad he's doing better. Didn't know he had some issues, but glad he's with us and doing well. We missed you guys. Yeah, we've gone over 3,000 pens now. A couple months ago, 2,000. Stacy got the 2,000 pen. That was back on the live in Black Friday. And since then, we've done another 1,000 pens. Seems crazy, doesn't it? But it doesn't take long to get there. I'll do 30 to 40, maybe almost 50 pens a week on some good weeks. What's up, Kev?
Tie game.
Get those tickets? Tie game for the Knicks and Indiana Pacers.
The team will be Oklahoma's next victim.
Next victim, Kev says. He gets all excited. Oh, you don't have to say your last name. I wasn't trying to get that out of you. I just couldn't figure out which Joanne, and you could have messaged me on the side. Hey Tim, keeping it on the down low here. But good to see you, Joanne. Good to see you. I guess I should remember that, right? Not asking people's names. What's that, Kev? Yeah. That's a lot of sports cards, Kev. $15,000 worth of sports cards. Okay, down to 0.74. Got a long way to go. That really is a great green. That's going to finish up nicely. Get yourself a Tesla and a driver. Martinez. Yeah, I couldn't see the whole name because it was behind the little heart at the bottom. But hello, Joanne. Yeah, I got the Joanne that's Rebecca's friend that does the, what's that called? Joanne's Colorful Diamond Painting or something like that. I can never remember the name of everybody's channel, but something to that effect. Joanne's Color or something like that. The lady out of Maryland. Funny as all get out. Yeah, and then we have some Joanna customers that don't even use their name. What is that, John? What's up, John? Good to see you. Ah, very nice. Very nice. I think with this really great weekend here and suffering my last couple of kidney stone bouts, hopefully I'm gaining some ground this weekend and maybe we'll be back to about 2.5 to 2 months behind. You guys have just been crazy good to us in a way. Making me work a lot, but that's okay. Here's a nice little fat end on that baby. Get down on this end here. What's that, Kev? Which one?
Here.
Where you at? Oh, yeah, pretty cool, huh? That's why you're separating those colors. Oh.
Maybe to get NFL Sunday tickets this season. Big bucks. I was trying to convince Dad to get NFL Sunday tickets. It's like, that's really expensive.
It is. This is really a great green hidden in there. When I used the other knife and roughed it up, it got a little misty, but that is a pretty cool green in there. John, Don says you're doing well. We are all glad for that. That was for sure. Let's see what we're getting down to here. Over here on this side, we are at a lovely 0.66, which is where we're supposed to be. Still at about a 0.75 over there. We're glad you're getting better. We are glad. Yeah, color and chat with Joanne. That's right. She is a hoot. That was another Joanne there. Color and chat with Joanne. She got a little whipping chat going on. She's funny. I think it's mostly her accent and a little bit of her outlook. She really would have made a great character on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. All right, let's see what we're doing here. .70. Larry is thinking about some things. I love thinking, Larry. I love thinking. Sometimes when I'm thinking, I'm just sitting around and thinking. Right, there we go. Let's spin the belly here a little bit. See what we're going to do with the middle. Georgia, George and Fiona, yep. Larry's in the lurk mode. Smoke is already coming out his ears. You go, Larry. You go, man. Ooh, ribs tonight. Yum, yum. Ribs. Love some ribs. Ooh, look at that. That is a killer swirl. And you know what's funny? If that is the middle, there is clear all the way. I keep banging my head into that camera, dang. I'm going to move it tomorrow, I'm telling you. All right, there's the middle. I'm going to put some dotted lines just to see where it is without blocking it. Man, that it's not directly in the middle of the swirl, because the middle of the swirl is about right here. That is right in the middle of that whole clear swirl where these things come into a V. I may offset that just a hair. Let's see what this looks like here. We'll scratch a little. Oh man, that's so cool. I might just raise up that middle with a. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. This is a board. Oh, what really sets this one off is the clarity in between all of the colors with that glitter floating in the clear. Here we go. We know what we're going to do now. Just took us a minute, Larry. Had to think a little bit, didn't we? You probably got to put your printer on the Wi-Fi first, and then it'll find it. So this is going to be not a TIE fighter, but a flying tire, and it'll be just a little bit offset, but it's going to look amazing. Don, I'm not sure if you've met Larry yet. Larry's been hanging around for a while. He's actually a scroll saw artist. So he does some artwork with the scroll saw. And he just enjoys hanging out with us, and we like having him here because he's fun. And he does a little bit of turning. Just ordered some pen kits from Penn State Industries, so he's been making some ink pens. He's got some talent. So Larry meet Don and John, and Don and John meet Larry. Don and John, by the way, Larry are a couple down in Florida, Tampa area. I never want to give away the exact location because I can't remember. Don't want to embarrass myself, but we also don't want to dox them and have everybody stop by without an invitation. But they're a diamond painting couple. So they do some diamond painting together. A lot of it, actually. And apparently John is getting over something right now, and the whole group just wishes him great health. All right, let's do a measurement on the finger grips here. 0.66, 0.70. Ooh, we got a little skinnying to do here. Beautiful. That should be pretty close to where we need to be. Yeah, 0.66 on the money. All right. This is going to be one of those pens, Larry, that looks like a galaxy. Yes, he does do amazing work. 35 bucks for one magazine. My goodness. Oh, do you like Cassandra? Nice, nice. This is called the Flying Tire. It's just supposed to look like the Ohio State Troopers sort of badge. It's got a tire in the middle with a couple of wings coming out. So we sort of stole their idea. Hopefully they don't stop by and say anything. Yeah, they look like a space station. You know, one of the things I don't do yet is what do they call that? The captive ring, where you carve underneath this ring here and then it sets it loose. Most people have told me it's a bit of a gimmick, that it's cute once and then they really don't pay attention to it after that. Is that true? It's just sort of a novelty, and if you got one, you got one. You don't need 50 of them, kind of deal. I think it'd be a nice little fidget toy if you needed something to fidget with, but you don't need 100 of them. And I'm not anti fidget spinner or captive ring. I just not really got good at them yet. Actually, I haven't even tried one yet. Let's put it that way. So Cassandra, on this one here, to draw sometimes there's something in the pattern or in the blank that will bring your eyes to the middle of it. I don't need to do sort of something that stands out, but we just took the clear part that was all the way around and made it stand out. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I have to see. Hopefully, cross your fingers. Hopefully, my idea comes through and it works out okay. I mean, still functional no matter what, but want it to sort of look cool. Yeah, Joe, I'm not sure either. Not sure either. I haven't heard. Nobody's. Only one person's ever asked me if I did that, but they didn't ask for one. So that's sort of a different thing. And I said, no, I haven't done one yet. I got to go buy another tool that would cost about $100 to. It's a little curved lathe tool that gets underneath that to carve it out. So I've not done it yet. I could buy the tool. I just don't know how often I would use it. I think if I got into woodworking or wood turning, did bowls and stuff like that, I'd probably use it a lot more. All right, there we go. On to the next step. I watched a person turn some really, really small video with very small capture rig. That must have been pretty intense. Yeah, I agree with you, Donnie. It'd be a little tough to finish. Personally, I'm not sure that the time invested in that finishing is really worth the cost you'd have to charge to not lose money on the labor of this, something like that. And I'm not sure you'd ever get it perfectly. And there must be some kind of way. Maybe you could put a string through it with a sandpaper attached to it or something and have it spin around. But I don't know. It'd take me a while to figure that one out. Probably have to go watch a few YouTube videos or something. It's sort of a turner's trick, if you will. But I just don't know the value of it. Feels smooth. So, Donnie, when you get a moment, send me a picture of your pen. Can't wait to see it. Your Thuya Boyle pen. Because that'll be gorgeous, I'm sure. That Thuya Burl is absolutely gorgeous. Really good for ink pen making, too. Haven't bought any myself yet, but I've seen it out there for sale. Looks pretty. I don't know why Tony Orlando and Don is popping into my head. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Been 3 long years. Do you still miss me? I don't forget the words. But the words are really good. All right, here comes the first flash of a finish because we'll buff it up tomorrow. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Oh, that ring gives almost a 3D look into the middle of that sucker. Even though it's offset, it's absolutely perfect. And you can visually see that it's offset. This is longer than this one here. But man, it is worth it. I will show this in the microscope too. Absolutely gorgeous. Gives a great prismatic part right there. Oh my. Dang, that is gorgeous. Okay, let's get out the microscope here. Okay, here we go. So there's our clarity in the middle. This thing's so big it hardly fits under the microscope. And look at those swirls. Oh my goodness. Looks like a galaxy in there, doesn't it, Larry? Come on, Donnie, give it up. Oh my goodness. Joe, you can let your breath out now. Oh, so gorgeous. That's a pretty one. Very, very pretty. Look at the swirls on this side. Man, that is some action. That looks like it's moving right there. Whoo! And you can look through that clear part right there next to the ring. Look at that. You can see to the other side of the blank. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, so sparkly. Man, that is gorgeous. Yeah, Joe, right? Oh my goodness. But look at that clear ring in the middle there. So you look right through the whole ring right there, right to the wood behind it. And you can see the other way. Man, I could look at that for a while, I'll tell you. And again, you guys know how it goes. In person, it's 10 times better. 10 times better. Thank you, Donnie. That was Blanks by DPP. And they do a great job at that kind of stuff, making those blanks for everybody. She drops, so I forget when. Wednesday? I think I have to ask Carrie. It's dropped this week. Looks great. Probably closed by now. But let me put this back on here. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Melissa L says, pretty swirls and colors. No doubt about it. Cassandra, that's so pretty. Love the colors. It was a great mixture of colors at the right time, at the right temperature. I mean, they did a really good job. Dawn thinks it's smoking, and I agree with you. I'm going to have to open the garage door. It's so hot in here. Anyway, everybody, been a couple hours with us tonight. You have a great evening. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Watch for the premieres. Go back to the beginning if you want to see the trays when you're done with your ribs, Dawn and John, and it'll blow you away. They're really gorgeous stuff. There's one sitting on the workbench right now. I think that's this camera here. There you go. Look at that one. This is Cindy Bennett's. We're going to show this off for a while. It's just made with old drills. No intended pattern, just put it around there to make it look good. Sides are sort of clear on, or white on the bottom, and sides are a little clear with some drills floating in them. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that is fun stuff. All right, now we'll really say goodbye. Everybody have a good evening. And again, we'll see you tomorrow. And see you soon. Be safe. Be kind.